computer is undergoing an update. Hopefully it doesn't finish this update while the RIZZY pre-sale is live. This is coming directly from CreatorBid, their first ever curated AI agent launch. And in the next 3 minutes, it will be open to the public for sales. Now, not all the public. This is only going to be open for people who have a CreatorBid level. So we're going to go through and I'm going to see if I can purchase some of the RIZZY tokens, if we can actually get into this live stream in a positive manner here. I forgot to connect to the Wi-Fi on my phone before I went live, so hopefully this is not super glitchy. I am going to take a look at the live stream and just make sure that all is well. Welcome in, welcome in. It's going to be an interesting live stream. It looks not glitchy from my end, so that's good to go. Okay, so if you do not know what RIZZY is or CreatorBid, thank you, appreciate that crypto focus. If you do not know what RIZZY is or what CreatorBid is, then sit down for just a minute because that's all the time we have. But CreatorBid is an AI agent launchpad / ecosystem builder for agents that use BitTensor subnets to complete tasks. So if you guys are into crypto, which I know all of you guys are, then you're familiar with BitTensor. It is the AI Bitcoin. I should have put quotes around the Bitcoin part of. It's the Bitcoin of AI. It has the same supply and it has emission schedules that are similar to Bitcoin with the halvings and everything. And they have a bunch of subnets. I believe it's over 100 at this point. And CreatorBid is using subnets to build out a fleet of AI agents. This is the CreatorBid chart right now. It is sitting at a $30 million market cap. Sorry for my finger right there. $30 million market cap, and they have a series of AI agents that have been launched on their platform. One of the agents is our very own agent Bill. It is the AI agent that I created with my team here, and it is focused on decentralized science. It's taking a minute to load, probably because there's a ton of people joining in, trying to catch that pre-sale. So I should be good. I'm connecting my wallet, but it just doxed my wallet too, although it's open because it's fine. It doesn't actually matter if it's doxed or not. I'm just trying to prevent anything. Damn it, something just went wrong. All right, dismiss, whatever. But you can go through and have your own AI agent. You got the top launches and everything, the top agents. I probably just screwed myself out of the raise because I got off of the page and I've been sitting on this page for a very long time. So let's turn it around and put it back on myself as I try and fix getting onto it. What's going on, guys? Welcome in. Welcome to the live stream. It should be a good one. I am live from New York, which is why I'm not in my normal office environment. I am in the hotel and I have my shirt hanging up behind me, so just you're gonna have to deal with that. I was a little bit sweaty earlier. Hello, how's your day? It's going good. Thank you, Dreamy. Appreciate it. Everyone like and subscribe. Let's go, Ellie. You've been doxxed for a while now. I know. I'm aware. I've sent out tens of thousands of dollars from that wallet, so I'm not surprised. Anyone could follow it if they wanted to. Dun, dun, dun. What's good, Donald Duck? What's good, Stephen L? Welcome. All right, so we're gonna try, it's live right now, so if you guys want to get into it, it is currently live. The RIZZY agent sale, I'm just having a difficult time because it's filled with people right now. We have so many people attempting to get in on this pre-sale, and it is currently live for anyone who wants to be in on it. So I would go and try and connect your wallet and try and get in. Literally moments before I got in, I fumbled it by refreshing the page. So that is unfortunate for me, but hopefully you guys get in. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep refreshing the page until I'm allowed in again. So it's probably going to be sold out in moments, but favorite person, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. As far as the market today, the market's taken a bit of a tumble. Bitcoin's at 116,350 as of this exact moment, but that is to be expected as we went up crazy. So we're gonna have a little bit of a pullback. It was a 5% pullback, nothing too crazy, but also nothing to ignore. So if you guys want to get into stuff in your market right now, is a good time. Dominance is falling off a cliff, which means altcoins are holding up actually better than the rest of than Bitcoin. All right, here we go. It has started. Just need to have this part load. Do 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 do. So this is the screen. If you guys don't know, RIZZY, an autonomous research agent built to decode digital noise and surface actionable insight instantly, autonomously, and on your terms. This is the first curated launch on CreatorBid, starting at an FDV of $108,000. There's 13 ETH up for sale right now, and I imagine it is going to fill up pretty quickly. I think that $100,000 is actually an insanely low market cap for this thing. So I would love to get into it, but I'm having a difficult time connecting my wallet to it. I was all ready to go until I hit that refresh button. We're not helping you. We're taking all the computer power. God damn it. No, well, I'm on my phone live and I'm on the computer here to do it. All right, one person's sale has gone through according to this chart. Oh, now we got 6 people's sales going through. It has already got 1 ETH in it. Yeah, I would love to get my computer to load it. God damn it. Load the freaking website. It's already 3.7 ETH done with the pre-sale, and I can't even see how to get in. 8.7 ETH in on the pre-sale. Oh, back down to 5.7 ETH on the pre-sale. I would love to get in on the pre-sale. That would be really cool. 9.9 ETH in out of the 13.3 ETH. I can't get my wallet to even show the option to connect, so it looks like I missed out on this one. And there you go. Oversubscribed by 127%. Let me know, did any of you guys get in on the live stream? Any of you guys get in? It's gonna go fast. Yeah, it went insanely fast. Literally could not even get my computer to load correctly to get in on it, which is a shame because I sat here waiting the entire time. There have been 22 ETH out of the 13.3 ETH designated. So what's gonna happen to those people? So there's 2 ways that's gonna go through with this. The oversubscription of Ethereum on this pre-sale is going to go in what's known as a sniping wallet. So Agent Algo, one of their flagship AI agents, has a sniping algorithm that will then snipe the first sale on once the token's live. So all of the money that's being raised beyond the 13.33 ETH is going to go through on the first sale of the token. So the first purchase, the first transaction with RIZZY is going to get sniped by Agent Algo, and then it will be given out to everyone who did that. I'm going to reload the screen again, even though I'm probably going to refresh all of the time that we just waited for it to load, but we'll see. Okay, here we go. I can see it now, so that's exciting. As long as you toggled on the ability for your wallet. So the max buy that I can do is 0.17778. Let's see. I feel like, should I do the max? I was pretty certain that I had more ETH than that in it. Oh, it's on regular ETH. Okay, so I did not prep it appropriately. I'd have to bridge this. Yeah, I just fumbled that one, but that's okay. Life goes on, you know? Let's go through with it. I'm oversubscribing it anyways, just because I can. So hopefully mine goes through to some extent. Did any of you guys get in? There we go. It is currently oversubscribed by 271.9%. So whenever this launches, it's going to go pretty crazy. So here is what it looks like for anyone. $108,000 FDV. The token price of 0.005144. Remember, there's 21 million tokens for sale here in total, and you can see the list of people who have partook in the pre-sale. It seems that everyone got the same ETH amount regardless of their bid level, which is kind of interesting. So potentially what we're looking at is priority onboarding based off of your, or priority fill based off of your creator bid level. And it looks like they're going to leave this pre-sale up for the next 24 hours. So it's at 300% oversubscribed right now, or it's 300% subscribed. So they've raised 41 ETH out of 13 ETH, and it only took them 6 minutes. So there's that. Very crazy. I didn't even try. Yeah, I mean, you just watched me. I missed it. I was not part of the initial 13 ETH that got in, so you got all day to figure out if you want to subscribe to this or not. It's probably going to absolutely rip because of that first snipe that happens with Agent Algo. So as soon as the token goes live, Agent Algo is going to use all the ETH over the 13.3 ETH in order to buy the first candle. So it's probably going to go straight up. And then we'll see, because Creator Bid initiated a penalty for selling your tokens early. So maybe people will be deferred from selling it. I have no idea. So it will be launching higher. It will launch and immediately rip. So if somebody can pay higher transaction fees to get ahead of Agent Algo, right? Because you know how the whole blockchain works. It's a bid system. So if somebody wants to burn, like, let's just say, for example, 2 Ethereum in gas fees, yes, that was probably what it's going to be to get in the block that is first created upon the launch of the RIZZY token. You know what I mean? That transaction will be prioritized over any other transaction because the miner who includes that block or that transaction in the block is going to get paid 2 Ethereum in gas fees. So that one wins the bid. And I'm making up that number, but that's honestly, like, I've sniped stuff before. I've talked with people who build these snipers. Like, sometimes the gas fees get to be worth multiple Ethereum. Then they'll get in before Agent Algo snipes it. I don't know what the fee Agent Algo is going to pay in order to snipe, but that is something that could happen. So if somebody gets in ahead of that, then they'll probably make a good amount. But the rest of us, if you buy it without any assistance from the sniping bots, you're going to buy a lot higher if you buy right off rip. Like, I would not be surprised to see this thing 10x, maybe even like 30x, because it's starting at $100,000 FTV. So it could absolutely just rip straight up to $1 million, and that's a 10x. It could rip straight up to 5 million, and that's a 50x for anyone who got in on it, right? So we'll see. We will see what ends up taking place here. It's going to be an interesting one. And they already, if you missed out on RIZZY, you don't want to even partake in this one, you just want to sit and wait to see what happens. I will say it is a good market environment for this kind of activity right now, just because of how straight up only the market has been. Ethereum's at $3,050 right now, and that is from the lows down here of 2,500. So Ethereum's been absolutely going crazy, and dominance has been falling a little bit. So we're seeing a good setup for altcoins to do well. This is Bitcoin dominance. We're seeing a good setup for altcoins here for this type of launch to take place. But if you wanted to just sit out and wait, I do know that they already have the next agent launch going on. Let's see what my bookmarks are. I think I saved it. Yeah, this one, I think. Yeah, I believe this is the next agent launch. I saw them posting something about it. They have 52,000 followers. And they just were talking about bringing a casino on chain through Creator Bid. Yeah, announcing the first Meet the Builders X space, and they have Yuki intern here. So it looks like after RIZZY, they'll be doing Yuki. So there will be multiple opportunities. They're going to be launching, I don't know the cadence that they'll launch these AI agents at, but they are going to be launching them one after another, probably for the remainder of this bull market. And we are almost 400% oversubscribed to the presale already. So crazy, crazy times. What's good, everyone? Welcome in C90. Welcome in Wild Africa. Welcome in Solus. We launching a compound soon. Will you guys partake? Of course, my guy, of course. I'm going to be launching on Pump Science, which is the next thing I wanted to talk about with you guys, because Pump Science redid and made it easier for you to kind of conceptualize which of the compounds is the best? Which compound has the highest likelihood of becoming king of the pill? You guys know that the compounds that are king of the pill on Pump Science are going to get airdrops from all future launches. Right now it's RIF and Euro because they're the furthest along. They have the most data to support it, but it looks like ART might actually dethrone one of them here in the near term. And why do I say that? Because if you go to the Pump Science website, you'll see the list of compounds that they currently have. And if you scroll all the way to the right side of the screen, you'll see a health points metric where you can actually see the official rating of these Pump Science molecules. And you'll see at the bottom, we have RIF, then GOSSI, then EGCG, then Euro, then ART. ART having the highest health points with a market cap of $282,000. You'll see it right there in the middle of the screen. Bam. Oh, I didn't even know you could zoom in and out. The other feature that I want to point out to you guys here is for those who are willing to degen a little bit. I know that degenning is already something we all do, especially if you're going to partake in a molecule like this that has a less than $300,000 market cap, but you can go long on ART here with 3.7x leverage directly through the Pump Science website. Yesterday, I put out a post on X that said, now is a good time to start doing stuff like that. And I stand by that post, especially knowing, come here, I have something to tell you. Pump Science gave me the date that they're going to launch the other tokens. Don't tell anyone. Pump Science is getting ready to launch those other tokens here very, very soon. The market environment is heating up. Everything looks ready to go for Pump Science to release the rest of the molecules they've been teasing since Rifmus. And Solana, while it's not above $200 yet, the team is getting ready to pull the trigger regardless, just because of the market environment. So get ready. I don't know that they'll do anything right off rip, but it is going to draw attention to the DeSci landscape. If we go look at what happened to the other molecules right off rip, you can see that they had some of those crazy traditional launch patterns, the pop, the drop, and the locket. And then they're starting to rebound nicely. And this right here is why I think it's probably a good time to start getting in on some of these plays if you haven't already. And once we see these tokens above all-time highs, I'm not going to be saying it's a good time to get in anymore. Just take it with a grain of salt. But once we see that price get above those prior all-time highs, the run is started. You can get in on your own risk, but you're getting in a couple 100% higher than where you could right now. Oh, excuse me, a couple 1,000% higher than where you could right now. Can you see that? 4,000% gains to get back to all-time highs. I think it's getting back to all-time highs, and you can 3x long all the way up, meaning 12,000% gains, if you want to degen like me. Now, don't degen with your whole portfolio, but if you put $100 in there and you get 12,000% returns, you're looking at a very, very nice little pump, little payday. Yeah, especially because we know that Pump Science is getting support from Solana. Pump Science is getting support from Meteora. They're going to be getting a lot of attention on the space of decentralized science when they go through with all these launches. I hope that it works out the same way that it did with Riff and Euro, and I hope that it works out the same way that it is here with ART, GOSSI, and EGS, where they launch, they pump, they dump, they flatline, and then they go crazy after the fact, so that we have time to get into them. But nothing is guaranteed here, and people are already positioning into it. You go look at ART, which again has the highest health score of all of them. ART's already up 100% from the bottom. So can we get a pullback? Probably. Will we get a pullback if the rest of the market is continuing to rally like it is? No, probably not. We're probably just going to continue with small, medium-sized pullbacks. And you go look at Ethereum. Ethereum's the only thing green on the day today, and it is looking gorgeous. You go look at the total crypto market cap. The total crypto market cap, guys, is actively retesting the breakout, and believe it or not, is immediately in the circle that we drew so long ago. Let's look at this thing. We drew this circle, and I'll show you the full scale of the chart in a minute, but I just want to point out how you guys remember when I drew the circle like a month or two ago? I drew it a while ago, and we are showing the bottom signs of the circle as support. This is a completely arbitrary circle that I drew just to give you guys some hopium. And here we have it, the total crypto market cap bouncing around in the circle, which is exactly what happened to Bitcoin before Bitcoin started ripping like crazy. So I think the exact same thing is playing out here for everyone. And yes, we are above the previous highs, not in this exact moment, but we're consolidating above those highs. So we broke out marginally, coming back down, trying to find some support somewhere, and I believe we will, and then we will continue up through the circle. I think we will break out on the top side of the circle here. It's going to be interesting, but it is indeed a good time to be in DeSci. You go look at some of the other DeSci coins out there, like Research Coin, for example. Research Coin down 6% on the day. However, it is back all the way up at a $50 million market cap. So this is the 5-minute chart. It went from 35 cents all the way up to 60 cents here and having a little bit of a pullback here today because people got scared. What isn't having a pullback, though, is Poseidon DAO. Poseidon DAO up 10% on the day as the funding of their most recent proposal was just approved, where Poseidon DAO gets 3% royalties from anything that comes from the funding and 2% equity in the actual underlying company. This is a good thing to see. Poseidon DAO having a rapid appreciation here over the next couple of months to get back up to where it belongs, which in my opinion is hovering somewhere around 30 to 50 million, and it's sitting at a 3 million. So I think that we'll see a pretty, not direct straight line up, but a pretty quick charge to $7 here for Psy, because that's more in line with where I think it belongs. And it should be an interesting time. How's the new Noble doing? Good question. I think it's up marginally here. We have Noble V2 up 10% on the day, back up to 1/10 of a penny. Does this chart not just bring you joy? It just makes you feel better. You know, very, very, very light volume, but all the volume seems to be to the upside so far. This chart really brings some good smiles to my face. That hack wick, which, yes, new people looking at the chart get influenced by the previous price history. And while they did it stealthily, I think honestly it's a good thing, because when researchers come to the platform to use the platform and have to interact with the underlying currency of Noble, then they're going to be a little bit dissuaded if the chart looks like that, because it's human nature. They're going to be like, well, hey, I don't know that I really want to partake in this ecosystem if I know that just holding onto the token is going to make me lose money. However, if they have a clean slate like this, people will join in, and all the damage that already took place because of that hack and because of the sentiment shift with crypto people, make no mistake, it's not like the researchers and academics caused that chart to look like that. I think it's going to be a good thing psychologically speaking. And I've been talking with Delroy a little bit more now that he did this, and I've just been chatting with him. And the platform is pretty goated. He's successfully created something that I think is going to have a really easy time with passing the certifications and the regulations, right? Because this space is heavily regulated, and he's been talking with multiple leaders from multiple countries in order to get passed with the regulation for Noble so that it can just go straight into being with the big boys, competing with the big dogs. Doesn't mean that it's like game over, Noble wins, but it does mean that he's bypassing a lot of the roadblocks that different projects out there are experiencing by going straight to the source and just getting the regulatory approval immediately. So I think it's going to be a good sign. I'm bullish on Noble, and I'm bullish on Noble V2 as well. So for those of you who don't know, all of you guys know, but for anyone who doesn't know, you go look at Noble right now. The liquidity was moved from the old token contract to the new token contract. You don't have to do anything. The new Noble is in your wallet because it was airdropped to you. The new Noble is in your wallet because it was airdropped to you. This is what old Noble looks like. So ignore that because that's illiquid now. There's $32 in liquidity here, right? So ignore that and just look at this to see the initial launch and then the hack wick, which just decimated everyone's excitement and just decimated sentiment. And it was starting to come back to life a little bit, maybe double bottoming, and then they launched a new token, which is going to be an interesting time. And one of the things I tweeted about, but I don't know that many people saw or understood what I was saying, there are going to be a subset of individuals who do not know that Noble V2 launched. Despite it automatically being in your wallet, they won't see it. And they'll just assume Noble rugged. And they'll be pissed at me, and they'll be pissed at Noble, and they'll be pissed at you, and anyone who talks about Noble. But those people, those tokens, if they don't claim, you don't have to claim anything, but if they don't know that the V2 token is in their wallet, then those tokens are burnt, effectively, right? Those tokens are just not going to be transacted on. They're just going to be pissed, and they're just going to walk away. Don't be that person. Go import the CA, go import the contract address of New Noble, and then view your tokens. And don't be someone who thinks it rugged and then just end up burning your tokens because you don't know that they exist. But that's going to reduce supply a little bit, guys. It's going to reduce supply just a little bit. It cannot do worse than V1, that is true. V2 was never hacked, exactly. Exactly, Beagle. Those people will never sell, so it's bullish. Exactly. It's a small burning event by launching the new token. But I don't want you guys, my followers, my community, my cult members here, those investors, I don't want you guys getting your tokens burnt. They showed up automatically in my Coinbase wallet. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You only have to do it for MetaMask. Every other wallet, I think, imports the contracts directly once they notice that it's in your wallet. I need some water. You know this 24 pack of waters here? All right, small little bottles. They're like individual gulps. $10. $10 in New York. They charged me like $1.40 because it's in a plastic bottle. I'm like, I didn't fucking put it in a plastic bottle. What the hell? Yes, Solus. We were talking about the Noble Shift. Today's sponsor of the live stream, water. Unbranded, completely natural, hand-sourced water from New York's sewage, from the floods yesterday, actually. You know what's funny? Show up in Dubai last year, flooded. Show up in New York again, flooded. Every time I travel, the market tanks and a bunch of liquidity shows up IRL. But things are looking pretty good out there. The other thing, prime yourselves, guys. Get yourselves ready, okay? Position appropriately, because these are going to be your lotto tickets that change your life. Not financial advice. I don't know your personal financial situation here, but they're already going crazy. Forge was like a $30,000 market cap a couple days ago. Now it's 125,000. Ovaria was like 30,000. We saw AB4AD, I think, was somewhere around 100,000. Claw, I think, has been chilling around the same. Hempy's been the same. But like these little micro cap IP tokens from Molecule, from the BioDAOs, are going to go nuts. I don't know how many times I have to say this to you guys. If the market continues to go nuts, which every single metric indicates it's about to continue to go nuts, as long as the market keeps doing this, we're going to see a flood of liquidity enter into things. We see the Fed likely to end QT in the next 2 or 3 months, inject liquidity. You guys know how I feel about it. I think it's overhyped. I actually think it'll end up being the downside of the market. But from the excitement from now until the Fed does end QT is going to cause the market to rip. And then just like President Trump's inauguration, I think that once they start QT, the market will be like, oh shit, they're doing this because everything sucks. And then the market will probably crash. But for the time being, we can experience a golden rally just because everyone's going to be excited about what's happening in the market, right? And if we go look at this again for a second, this is the global liquidity, okay? The purple line is global liquidity, and the actual chart here is the total crypto market cap. And so personally speaking, I've been under the impression that this is better fit to the total crypto market cap. And so I think we are right here on global liquidity's terms compared to total crypto market cap. So if we take this little red line here, which kind of shows you lined up with where I think we are in the market cycle, right? The consolidation period lasted a little bit longer, but that's okay. Then it started ripping. I think that we'll go through some violent choppiness in crypto for the next month, and then I think we're going to slowly bleed up, right? And I think that we'll end up just barely peeking into this circle here. I think it's going to end up where we just barely peek into the circle that I drew here come November, October timeframe, right? So we'll be up at the top of the channel, in my opinion, come November or October. And then liquidity comes down. And I think that we will also see liquidity in the crypto market come down. You guys also recall that I'm under the impression that global liquidity is better paired directly with Bitcoin dominance. Look at this correlation. So what we're seeing right now is dominance fall. We're seeing global liquidity have a bit of a pullback here. So as long as global liquidity continues to have this little bit of a pullback, but not absolutely crash, I think we'll see dominance continue to have a little bit of a pullback, but not absolutely crash, because ultimately this is Bitcoin's cycle. And I believe firmly that we can continue to see the same story play out dominance, where we get little bursts of altcoins and then it will continue to go higher. 200-day moving average. Then it will go higher and come back down and test the 200-day moving average. And in those periods of retest are the periods that altcoins go crazy. And so in this craziness, I expect Ethereum here, after the next week of consolidation, kind of to break up above 3,300 and consolidate there for a week or two. Then continue to go crazy. Yeah, David Curry, YNE is pumping. Let's go. Let's go, baby. It's AI agent season. And the AI agent season is going to prelude the DeSci season. So AI agents are going to go nuts, then DeSci is going to go nuts. Make your money in AI agents and quickly rotate over to DeSci, because that's how the liquidity is likely to flow through these markets. I know I'm biased, but we've seen it multiple times where DeSci gets kind of the laggard effect of what happens to the rest of the market. We're seeing Ethereum right now break out and hold stronger than Bitcoin because dominance is falling, because global liquidity is falling a little bit. This is setting up for a really good time, but nobody knows how long the music's going to be on for. So be quick, be decisive, and make no mistake about what you do in this market. Let's go check the RIZZY presale again. It is 530% oversubscribed already. We still have, it's only been 30 minutes and they've raised 70 ETH. God damn. God damn. These are the molecule tokens. Yes, it is, Solus. Patrick cruising across the room in his office chair, swapping on bridges, shilling the alpha. Let's go. Let's go. You're the rainmaker. Now bring it to our portfolio, please, for the love of God. Smash that like button. Ladies and gentlemen, we go live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Talk about decentralized science and the broader crypto markets. I notice that when I go live on my phone, I get more viewers, concurrent viewers, marginally, but we hold at a higher level. So hopefully you guys enjoy these more personable live streams. Next week I'll be back at home and I'll be live from my computer again, but for the time being, we're here one-on-one, vertically instead of horizontally. That Motel 6 Wi-Fi is trying its best to rug you. God damn it. I'm not even on the Wi-Fi. I'm just on plain signal right now because I didn't think I'd be able to trust it. Nico, I've known about YNE since day one of its launch. I hope it's doing good though. Damn, YNE. Yes, no error, up 35% today, only at an $8 million market cap. This thing is getting ready to run. These are the setups that give the best returns. Let's take a look, shall we? Let me draw the line first so that everyone can see without any question what just took place. It is such a simple pattern, and it seems to be the main pattern of crypto. What about Nerd Bunny? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't get any information from Delray anymore, or the Noble team. Yes, no error. Still has a long way to go to get back up to that $100 million mark. It's only at $8.4 million. This is a DeSci AI agent. So it gets, like Bill, it gets the best of both narratives here. We saw, yes, no error, break out, and for 2 days, hold steady right above this trend line. Now, Since it broke out of the trend line, it is up 200%. Let's go. W, yes, no error. It has much more upside to get back all the way to all-time highs. In fact, you're looking at a 1,300% move to get back to all-time highs. Bought it at a $2 million market cap. Let's go, Nico. Let's go. Patrick aped into yes, no error at 5K market cap, boosted it to 7 million. Let's go. That was me. My single order boosted it from 5K to 7 million. No, it didn't. Oh, man. I actually have gotten to speak with the yes, no error team. Remember how I hosted that research, the research hub roast of DeSci? They were up on stage talking about yes, no error, and so I was the MC. I was hosting that event with them, so I got to actually talk with them one-on-one, which was pretty cool. They're doing a lot of cool things. I think that both of the founders are influencers, and they both know how to market and create, and so they're doing really good. We need Bill to run now. Bill, I agree. Bill is on his way. I think this week I'm going to finish out the project, the utility that I've been building out for a while now, and going to deploy it to everyone. And then I think I'm going to focus more on just making sure everyone knows of Bill. So I'm going to need everyone's help. Ben from Yes No Error is a smart dude, for sure. I'm going to need everyone's help because we're going to push him. We're going to push him hard, and we're going to push him decisively. And then while everything is pushing, we're going to start building out phase 2 of the master plan. Phase 1, get him onboarded to every DeSci project. Phase 2, I can't tell you guys about yet, but it's going to involve pump science again, and it's going to be really cool. It's going to be a really, really interesting time, and we're going to be the first of a lot. It's going to be an interesting time for sure. I would definitely make sure that you have endorsed Bill, though, otherwise you won't benefit from it. But I'm talking in the terms of a couple months. It's going to be a little minute to fully curate everything. Big Farm AI to 1 billion. If you want 1000x, obviously this is financial advice. You can't be a Big Farm AI supporter and be on the live stream, you mother. No, you can. But Bill greater than sign Big Farm AI. It's just because he's up 42% right now. Holy shit. I wonder what's going on that's causing this crazy rally in drugs. Why does the chart look like it's only a month old? Did they launch a new token? Do you still chart Dynex or just praying for a catalyst? I don't really like looking at Dynex because it doesn't bring me joy. It's up 2% on the day. Woo. Yeah, I don't really like looking at Dynex. Fuck that chart. Not the project. The project's amazing, and I'm holding strong, and I will continue to hold that token because I'm a big believer in what they're doing with neuromorphic quantum computing, simulated quantum computing, quantum on the cloud. I think that it is the future of a lot of industries. The chart does not agree with me right now, but I'm used to that. That's how most of the things I put money into play out. They get doubted, they get crushed, they go down lower, and then they don't. And when they don't for aggressively. I clearly meant that we should wait for Big Pharma to pump, then dump on it so we could buy up more Bill. Ah, there we go, Solus. Okay. All right, good. Pumps seem related to Anthropic conversation with founder on X. Oh, okay. That's cool. I'm gonna go over whoever's behind Big Farm AI definitely knows how to market and gain attention. Let's go look. The, what's his name? The Tony dude who's behind Big Farm AI. He keeps engaging with Bill, so I should open up a conversation with them. Okay, well, they literally just posting literally just posting soft porn. That's probably why they're doing so well right now. But hey, all the power to them. You do you, guys. You do you. Tony Montana. No, not Tony Montana. W. How do I yap, bruh? I signed up, staking Kaito, linked my ex. Let's go, Vibra. Vibra. I'm sorry. Bill Raids come back. Let's go. I think you just start tweeting about the token and they're watching for those yaps. Yeah, they do. That is how those work. Yeah, we gotta see. Should try and do, what am I saying? We should try and get Bill on with like Kaito or Cookie.fun or something like that and get people rewarded for talking about Bill. It probably is going to be the biggest move here, so I might have to reach out and start pulling connections. Oh, Bio Weekly, VBio, $1 billion longevity deal, bioagent plugins, and fertility trials. From new staking mechanics and bioagent plugins to multi-million-dollar longevity deal with community trials kicking off, here is the Bio Protocol update. We got a post here from Bio Protocol themselves yesterday, but I didn't read it. Bio, speaking of Bio though, Bio's been holding up really nicely in this market. Yeah, Bio up 3% today. Bio's been just like one of those tokens that's climbing back from the depths of despair. They fell so aggressively, and now look at them. They're coming back up, right? Doesn't look beautiful yet, but this is the making of one of those beautiful charts. Look at the volume pickup. Volume's picking up aggressively here, just like it did back here. Volume pickup, and then it started ripping. Volume pickup, but we're in a much different market environment at this point. Again, they are on Ethereum and BNB, I believe, and Solana. No, is it on BNB? No, Ethereum and Solana. Looking good, looking good. I'm asking for help. I'm on the Kaito app, connected, clicking the app tab. Nowhere does it let me type L. Yeah, no, so you just tweet about things that are in the Kaito ecosystem to earn yaps. Okay, I don't do it because I don't like that's how the mechanism is set up necessarily, but it is a really good way of getting the social attention onto the Kaito ecosystem. So what you're gonna do, and I've earned some of my own yaps from Kaito and everything, and I really like the idea of it. I just don't want to only talk about what they want me to talk about, so I don't necessarily farm it that well. I'll sign in so that you guys can see the whole thing. Give me a moment. Sign in. Twitter. Checking that you are a human. Do you have to hashtag anything? Nope. Cookie and Kaito, absolutely. It would be cool. Yeah, I think I want to reach out to them. I want to get them involved to some extent. I don't know. I just don't know what it's going to take, and I've been so busy trying to actually build. So here is the deal. You ready? This is my account for Kaito. So I have 143 apps, so nothing that crazy. I've earned 107. I've referred for 36. I'm ranked 53rd on the creator bid yap scale. So what you're gonna do to earn more yaps, even though I don't have a lot of them, this is how I got my yaps. You're going to go look at the Yapper leaderboards, and you're gonna talk about the things that are on. You're gonna pick the things that you're excited about, and you're gonna talk about them. You're gonna go and look at the airdrops, and you're going to go talk about the airdrops, and you can earn yaps just for having yaps and staking my Kaito, I get little bits of these airdrops. I think I've earned like $100 from them or something like that. Nothing crazy, but it's there. You're gonna go look and you're gonna see the top yappers and you're gonna see, hey, this guy here, he's #1 in the last 24 hours. So let's go to his page and see what it is that he talks about. And we're gonna talk about the same thing he's talking about. And the most important thing, I think, is engaging with the other people who are on the Yapper leaderboards, trying to get them to talk about things with you, trying to get them to engage with you. Because when I got the most yaps is when DeSci was popping off, and all of a sudden, I had the craziest of people following me. The craziest of people following me. Like, I had Not Thread Guy following me. He still does. I have, you know, that rich European dude who makes those skits about being a rich European and just like complaining and crashing out in public. He follows me. I got a lot of the people from that just were interested in the current hype thing that followed me and started engaging with a lot of the stuff that I was doing. Like somebody, when I had my crazy long-haired mullet, people were comparing me to Not Thread Guy. And that was the peak of when I was getting the most yaps, is when those people were engaging with me. So that's how you're gonna get them. You just need to go talk about what they're talking about, and then the smaller accounts will start engaging with you. Engage with the smaller accounts because they're more likely to engage back, and then build up your yaps that way, if you want to. You'll also earn airdrops and stuff like that, right? And then hopefully I get Bill. I think that's what I'm probably gonna try and do. So I don't know the process, but I'll look into it a little bit today to get Bill engaged to some extent so that people will start yapping about Bill. The rich friend dude, exactly. The rich French dude, yes. Yeah, X doesn't like hashtags. There's no point in using hashtag. Elon thinks they look stupid, so he basically removed them. He didn't actually remove them, but they don't have the same impact anymore. The algorithms got better, so they can just, like, you can just use LLMs to be able to find keywords in sentences now on posts across social. So hashtags are kind of irrelevant because the hashtag was the key for the algorithm to notice and know what it is that you were talking about. But because LLMs have gotten so good now, they don't need the hashtags. So they're kind of irrelevant at this point. And that's across all socials. That is across all socials. They still have a little bit of waiting for ranking and stuff, but that's quickly gone to the wayside. Hashtags are not necessarily there anymore. Did you guys see that Trump said Happy Crypto Week? Happy Crypto Week. The House will soon vote on a tremendous bill to make America the undisputed #1 leader in digital assets. Nobody does it better. The Genius Act is going to put our great nation light years ahead of China, Europe, and all others who are trying endlessly to catch up, but they just can't do it. Digital assets are the future, and we are leading by a lot. Get the first vote done this afternoon. All Republicans should vote yes on this bill. This is our moment. Digital asset genius clarity. It is all part of making America great again. Bigger, better than ever before. We are leading the world, and we will work hard with the Senate and the House to get even more legislation on this passed. End quote. Donald J. Trump. So, clearly Trump's trying to pump his bags here. And it's working. It's working good. I wish we could bottle and sell that blind enthusiasm that Trump has. I know, dude. I know. Trump is relentless with the shilling. Absolutely relentless. BioX Research Hub. 2 of the top DeSci projects are now collaborating. Research Hub and Bio. Research Hub is powering peer-reviewed bounties for BioDAOs. Anyone can earn research coin through reviewing scientific papers. This helps BioDAOs de-risk early-stage research. Together, they're building the rails for community-funded science. And here is the source. This is from October 4th of 2024, though. So whoever posted this, just trying to revitalize excitement, which I respect. I get it. I do indeed get it. All right, do you guys have anything you want to talk about? Any exciting things? I mean, the market just looks beautiful. It really does. We're having the first pullback after Bitcoin rallied by like $20,000, $15,000. So it's very healthy, very much expected. Don't get shaken out. This is nothing. This is literally just par for the course with crypto. I know you guys know that, but you guys are a bit advanced compared to most people. Plus, you're probably not super leveraged up, because the time to leverage crazy was during the depths of the bear market, not in the final quarter of the bull market, in my opinion, of course. You don't want to end up like that James dude who just deleted his Twitter account because he longed the market, got liquidated, shorted the market, got liquidated, and was like, peace out, Twitter. Oh, to be on the left side of the curve, one can only dream. Too bad we're stuck in the middle. I'm just kidding. Maybe. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know that I don't know, and that's about it. I know enough to be dangerous, I would say, but not enough to change the system. It's kind of, I don't know if you guys remember, but it's kind of playing out in some capacity how I was expecting. I did think we would get a little bit of a larger pump before we had this pullback. I expected us to get a pretty sizable pullback about halfway through the $120,000 area, and then spend a week or two kind of consolidating in this area. It's happening a little bit lower than I was expecting. So the pullback going down to 117.5 all the way down to 116 and change. That's on Bitcoin, of course. So I'm hoping that this doesn't change anything and that we can just kind of consolidate and bleed a little bit higher for the next week or two, have the RSI kind of reset a little bit again, and then continue for another leg up. But time's going to tell. And Ethereum here is playing out virtually exactly as we expected. Get a little bit of resistance as we got into the top of this resistance, which was support for the entirety of the bull market, and then flipped to be a little bit resistance. I want to see Ethereum break decisively and consolidate above 3,300. I want to be far away from that line. I do not want to be close to it. I want to have this week break up above 3,300, then get a week of retesting, and then continue the craziness up to 4,000. And I think that 4,000 is in the cards. I think that's probably where we go to 33, 3,400, wherever. I think 4,000 is the next, where it will hover for a period of time where everyone's like, that's it, that's the bull run, and then it's gonna go rip higher. We'll see though, we will see. I think that this was good, this was informative. If you guys want to partake in the RIZZY pre-sale, it is 600% oversubscribed in this current moment with 640 participants and 78 out of the 13.3 ETH contributed. We'll see what ends up happening. I believe there will be an airdrop to people who have conviction in the bid ecosystem, but this is the only way to get in right now. And I don't blame you if you just wanted to sit on the sidelines and wait to see what ends up happening. But I got in, and then hopefully I can get a little bit of money into that pre-sale and then snipe with Agent Algo, which I did turn on for the allocation rollover. And then time will tell. Time will tell how this launch goes. It's going to set the tone for the rest of the curated launches though. So hopefully it's not just a quick pump and dump. Hopefully it's a quick pump and then stabilize, which I do think is super possible. You go look at the other ecosystem plays in BID. How is BID doing by itself right now? BID up 3% on the day. It's trying, baby. It is trying. This is when people start giving up on coins, is when they do something like this, where you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days of pure nothing. People usually give up, but we're not seeing that right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've 8 candles of nothing. So that's usually when people will give up on it. But a vast majority of people have locked their tokens, so you can't give up on it. Oh God. Thanks for the alpha. Let's go. Let's go. bio. It's going to be fun. We've entered into euphoria. How long it lasts is anyone's best guess, but we are here. And hopefully you guys are making some good money. Your time is your most valuable asset. I got to go trying desperately to finish building Bill so that I can get everything deployed for everyone so that we can generate some hype for what has been created and then continue the rallies and continue the excitement as DeSci expands. We'll see Bill be the face of DeSci. That's the goal. So, VaultFi not doing so good. Yep, especially after Lucas left. Did you see the interview with Tony Robbins, ex Robert Smith, talking about AI agents? Very interesting. I did not, AA, but I'm sure it is very interesting. The AI agents are much, much further than people want you to believe. It's just that the ones released to the public are not as far as people expect. But behind closed doors, these agents are capable of almost anything on the online, and it's really cool. All right, guys. How much % loss you have from initials? I'm like 50%. I don't know what coin you're talking about. I do not know what coin you're talking about, but I'll give it another second just because I'm a nice guy. You know, my mom sent me a screenshot of her portfolio yesterday. If you know, you know. But most of her money is in Palantir. Back in 2023, she bought 50 shares of Palantir for like $500 and has just been riding it the whole time. And she's like, hey, did you see how good this is doing? And I was like, you're still holding that? Good on you. Good on you. Thank you, Beagle. Thank you. Okay, no follow-up. Appreciate you guys for being here, and I will see you all in tomorrow's live stream. Peace out.